Today's Grounded Mythbusters video is going to look at diving bell spiders, specifically whether they are weak to salty attacks or not. After publishing the insect strengths and weaknesses video, I had several people tell me I was wrong about diving bell spiders. According to my testing, they are weak to mighty attacks, not salty, but with several people saying otherwise, I had to make sure I didn't make a mistake or that it didn't change in one of the recent patches. So in this video, we'll be taking a dip into the koi pond to find out once and for all which upgrade does the most damage to diving bell spiders. If you're not subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so now and turn on notifications so you never miss any future Grounded videos. Let's get started. Okay, so we're over by the koi pond in one of my creative worlds, and what we're going to do is we're going to use the bone dagger that is leveled up to level 7 with each of the upgrade paths to see which one does the most damage to a diving bell spider. Now, I did test the mighty and salty in one of my survival worlds, so we're just going to try to recreate the results, and they should be exactly the same. I would be testing them all in my survival world, but I do not have enough resources to level up a bone dagger level 7 to fresh and spicy right now. So the results should be the same. When you play on creative, I believe the insects have the same damage as they do on medium mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a mighty dagger. So we're going to take that one first, and then we will put it back in here. The reason I'm just going to leave them separated like this is just so there's no mistakes. There's no way I could possibly make a mistake with having the wrong one equipped, because unfortunately you can't equip more than one of each weapon at a time. So right now, just to make sure, we have a level 7 mighty bone dagger. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down and we're going to find ourselves a couple of diving bell spiders, and we're going to attack them and see how many hits it takes to kill them. Now, just to show you real quick, I wanted to make sure I do not have coup de grace on, which could possibly give us critical hits, which would do more damage. We do not have that equipped. All I have equipped is Natural Explorer and Martine. Natural Explorer just makes you run faster. Martine makes you swim faster. So I just have those on just so I can get around faster. They're going to have absolutely zero impact on the testing. So we're going to dive on down here. We will get ourselves our slime lantern out just in case it's hard to see, and we will find ourselves a diving bell spider. Okay, so here's our first test subject, and what we're going to do is we're going to hit this guy a couple times, see how many hits it takes to kill him. I don't think we actually need the torch right now. So we got our... Oh, there's 2 of them. Let's just hit this one. I want to make sure we get him stopped, so there's 1 hit. 2 hits takes it down to about the D. Then he dies on 3 hits. So clearly that killed him in 3 hits. It almost killed him in 2. With the coup de grace one, it probably would kill him in 2 hits because we would be likely to possibly get a crit between those hits. But let's just do it one more time just to make sure the results are exactly the same. As you can see, it took it down to the D in 2 hits, and it took 3 hits. So just to show you one more time, we do have the mighty equipped right now. So the mighty was able to kill the diving bell spider in 3 hits. What we're going to do now is we're going to go grab a salty before we grab the fresh and then the spicy, just to test all 4 just to make sure that nothing's changed. Okay, so I went back to my storage basket, and I equipped myself with the salty. I've not changed anything else. We have the same mutations on, nothing else. One thing I didn't show, I guess, well, you probably could have saw, was I just have on the bubble helmet, and I have on the koi scale armor. To be completely honest, I'm in survival. This doesn't really matter. I just put it on so it actually looked like I was swimming in the water, using something that might be relevant in there. But anyway, we got the salty dagger equipped, so what we're going to do is go find ourselves a couple more diving bell spiders and see if they can if this can kill it in less than 3 hits, which is what I've had people tell me, and I'm pretty sure it's not true. Alright, so here we have ourselves a diving bell spider. Just to show you real quick, in my inventory, we're still using the salty dagger. I have no idea if the koi fish actually attacks you in creative. This guy's now gotten away from us. That's okay, we're going to get over here. So, just to recap, when we hit it with the mighty, it took it to the D in 2 hits. So all that was left was about maybe a 10% of its health. So you can see there's 1 hit. There's 2 which took it to the G. 3 took it to the D, and 4. So the salty actually takes an extra hit, and it took 3 hits to get to where the where the mighty only took 2. We're gonna do it one more time just to make sure we have the exact same results. So here's another spider. 1, 2, took it to the G, 3 to the D, and 4 killed it. So as you can see, the salty is clearly weaker than the mighty. So there's no doubt about it that mighty does way more damage. It takes a full 1 less hit to kill it. In fact, the mighty almost kills it in 2 hits, whereas the salty is going to take... It takes 3 hits to get to the same level. So what we're going to do now is we are going to equip the other 2 just to make sure, even though I'm pretty sure they do the same amount of damage as the salty. So we will unequip the salty real quick. Go in our basket. Put salty in there. We're going to try fresh next. So we'll put fresh on. Equip our fresh. So we have fresh in our hand right now. We'll go find ourselves another diving bell spider. All right, so here's our next victim, and just to show, we do still have the fresh level 7 bone dagger. Let's make sure we hit him. 1, 2, took it to the G, 3 to the D, and that killed him. So the fresh did the exact same amount of damage, 100% exactly the same as the salty. We're going to test it out one more time just to make sure there's no variation in it. And there you go. Same amount of damage. So fresh and salty do the exact same amount of damage. Mighty is still the winner. Last one we have to test is spicy to see if something changed with that. Okay, came back up, got my spicy. So here you can see we have the level 7 spicy. Nothing's changed here. Didn't change anything. Inventories, everything's the same. So let's go find ourselves a couple more diving bell spiders. And I'm going to guess, based off my previous testing, I believe this is going to do the exact same damage as both the salty and the fresh. Okay, so we have ourselves a bunch of diving bell spiders, which, of course, as soon as I started swimming at them, decided they were going to book it the other way. Just to show you, we have the spicy equipped. Nothing else has changed. Let's try to take this guy out before he gets away. 1 hit, 2 hits to the G, 3 down to about the D, and 4. Exact same damage as the fresh and salty. We're going to do it one more time just to make sure there's no variations or aberrations in the testing. So this should prove once for all that Mighty is actually the best to use against diving bell spiders, and salty there's no benefit in using salty, fresh, or spicy. They all do the same amount of damage. So let's get this guy real quick. 1, 2 takes it to the G. Missed that hit. It's going to get away. Don't get away. 3 down to the D. And 4. So there you go. That proves it right there. So basically what we proved today was, in fact, that the Mighty upgrade path does the most damage. Now, of course, if you followed along with my previous videos, or if you watched my insect strengths and weaknesses video, you will know that the diving bell spiders are weak to stabbing or to dagger damage, which is that chopping. So they're weak to chopping damage. Now, of course, underwater, you can only use spears or daggers. If you use spears against them, they're actually resistant to it. So you want to make sure you use daggers against diving bell spiders. And of course, the best one is going to be the Mighty upgrade path, as it kills them in 3 hits. If you have coup de grace on, you're most likely going to end up killing it in 2 hits pretty frequently, because you have a 25% chance of a crit. So with 2 hits, you got about a 50% chance of getting a crit in there. One of those crits is going to definitely kill it in 2 hits. So there you go. That's going to disprove the myth that salty is the best upgrade path to use against diving bell spiders. If you found this video helpful and you like these Mythbuster videos, make sure you click the like button down below. Really helps the channel out. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any future Grounded videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.